Thanks for kicking on. I'm going to start with some videos that I have that have two different angles. So you can see what it looks like from one side. You can see what it looks from the other side. I haven't reviewed all of these. I know some of them are good, but one angle looks like it's, I'd pass. That's really nothing. And the next angle is like, holy cow, that's totally a foul. So I think that would be fun to watch. We're going to start with that. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Ready.
Kind of choppy.
We got a foul down here. All right. I want you to watch it again, and then I'm going to play it slow so you can see the slow.
Whoa, he pushed him.
Yeah.
See the left arm?
Forward push.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Right there at the body.
Twice.
His arms are straight up, though.
He's walking into the person.
He took two steps.
The arm on the shoulder.
I got
What about-
right
There's
there.
the left arm right there.
What about
There's
that
the
shove?
left arm.
Yeah,
Push
right there.
the body.
All right, now I just paused it.
That was
Is that do you think that shove should have been called or let go because he got the ball?
No, should have been called.
That's a foul right there.
He shoved him pretty hard, didn't he?
Oh,
I got
yeah.
Yes.
I got a foul right there.
Here's the other angle. That's bad.
Yep.
Right in the neck.
Does it not look way worse on that angle than it did in this angle?
Yeah.
Yes, because your back is to you.
Bad.
Yeah, because
So-
And then he's jumping into him.
him. But he definitely pushed him. Look at that.
Right there.
Got him in the head.
Now this is the angle. The lead should have got that. He had that angle. The center could have got that. He had that angle. Someone's got to get that. The coach is going to give you the business and say, really? I mean, he had the ball because it didn't look that bad from the other side. That's why it is so important, one, that we trust our partners, and two, we stay in our primary area and work our primary area because we are in that area to see that specific angle. That's what we're there for. All right.
Call the first foul, too.
If you get the first one, then all the other junk doesn't happen. Here's another one.
Same game.
All right, now hold on. I'm going to play it fast again and then let it slow. Did anybody – foul happened here. Verticality. Was it a good call or a bad call?
I would have gone in.
He was in the air.
We got nothing.
There's his verticality. Where does he jump? Straight up.
Straight up.
Straight up. I
Who
got
causes the contact?
Offense.
Charge.
That is not a block foul. But here's the other angle. Let's look at the other angle. He didn't call a block foul. He called an arm holding him down on the shot.
Okay.
Did you see that? Whoops.
Is that you, Josh?
That's me. Of course, I'm going to give you a clip that makes me look good.
You tell by the gun.
He puts his arm on him, which puts him at a total disadvantage. That is a foul.
That's a foul. Yep. He's holding it down.
That angle's better.
But this angle, it looks like everyone thinks it's a verticality blocking foul, but it's not what it was.
Correct.
All right. Here is a state game.
Oakville.
I don't know what year it was. Doesn't matter.
It wasn't 2020.
I just put this on Facebook today. Now, I don't have it slow, but is that a foul?
I like the other angle better.
It's a little tough. in there.
Ball came in. Would that defender have had a chance to get to the ball?
Pushed out from behind.
I'm going to slow.
Choppy.
I'm going to slow it then.
Here's the best view right here.
Yep.
He's got his hands all over. That's no big deal.
Okay. Now wait, stop it here. He's got position, right?
Right?
Yeah.
The ball's trying to come in this way, and he's got the position to get to the ball. So what happens?
Pushes him.
Oh, yeah, he pushed him with the left arm.
He doesn't. He puts his arm in and he shoves him out of the way.
Yeah.
Now, does he move that much?
No, but he
Can't
displays
admit.
Enough to make.
He doesn't move this way too much, but I mean, look, he's got to reach back now because he thought he was jumping straight up to get to the ball, and now he's got to go, oh, crap, I got to go back and get it. I think that's a foul. We got to call that.
That happens so fast.
Well, it's fast, and you all miss
Yeah, I'm
those.
just saying it's.
And we all make judgments as to whether it is or not, and then we get the video later and go, wow, how'd I miss that one? All right. Back to this game. A lot of stuff in this game. I got 2 camera angles from this game. That's why I got them all. All right. Okay, official calls a block. I'm going to play it fast again real quick.
That's a good call.
The official calls a block.
Green bench didn't like it.
How much does he hit him? Does he hit him that hard? Does the kid flop a little? Let's look at the other angle. The other angle looks like he plowed him over, right?
Yeah.
From the first angle, it looked like white number 4 was already in like the shooting motion. Like he already was going up, and then
All right.
the green defender slid over.
So let's do this. I didn't annotate this one yet, but in order to have a legal guarding position, what do you need?
2 feet
2
down.
feet on the floor.
2 feet on the ground.
2 feet on the floor, and your torso needs to be facing your opponent, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. Does he have 2 feet on the floor here?
Yeah.
Is he facing his opponent?
Yeah.
Yes.
His path is to the basket. So if he hits anywhere on this defender's body, it's a foul because he's in his path. He's not moving into him. Now, if you move in, his foot still is coming down. He's jumping off of this foot, which means he's still not an airborne shooter. So he's even still allowed to move into that spot. Whoever gets to that spot first by the millisecond is the one who is legal.
Hold on a
You're
second.
saying the white guy is offensive foul, is what you're
It
saying?
should be an offensive foul because the defensive green player got there first. Now, this is
devil's advocate here, Josh.
Yeah.
So he's gathered the ball before he's got that second foot on the ground.
Okay, so he's
in the shooting motion before he's got legal guarding position.
he is definitely in the act of shooting. But the rule states if there is contact on a legal guarding player, the dribbler / shooter cannot cause the contact into a player that has established legal guarding position. It doesn't say anything about in the act of shooting. It says a airborne shooter or an airborne player or a non-airborne player. He is not airborne. So you have to remember, well, he started his shot. Well, that doesn't matter because if I start my shot and I take that extra step and a half, that could give me another 3 feet, maybe longer, depending how big his legs are.
Mm-hmm.
I have all that time to get into the way of his path. He can, as long as his foot is touching the floor, he has the ability to change his direction. Now, again, bang, bang, millisecond, very hard to change your direction, but that's where we have to come through and make a call, block, or charge. And I'm not saying this guy shouldn't have called a block. I mean, I am saying that, but in this game, you got to call something there because it fell. Block, charge, it was a bang, bang, we got something. I'm better with a block than a no call on this.
Hey, Josh,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
quick question. If you look at the green defender's left foot, do you see it moving?
His left foot here?
Yeah.
Okay. If his left foot is moving and he's established his position here,
That's okay.
he's established his position here, 2 feet on the floor. What can you do after you establish your position?
Maintain.
He can maintain as long as he doesn't move into the defender, and he's not. He's just kind of straightening his body up, in my opinion.
I disagree. I think that right shoulder is going right into number 4 there. I think the block was a good call.
Okay, so let's talk about that. And I know what we do here is we split hairs. So
Yep.
I'm going to talk on the other side of my mouth.
You're absolutely right. It's very close.
If you're
But
going
it does seem like he's shifting his right shoulder into his chest there.
If you're going to make a block because he puts his shoulder into him when the kid plows him over, now this isn't necessarily a plow, but then he better really put his shoulder into him. He better make it look so everyone sees that he gave him a shot. If he's just kind of coming in, maybe he's trying to brace for the impact he's going to get, so he's coming in forward.
Yeah.
I'm going to base most of my decision personally on who caused the contact. The white player came in and caused, and then did he come in a little bit? Oh, maybe a little bit, but where's most of that contact coming from? It's coming from the offense.
So play it at full speed again, Josh.
All right, as long as it's not choppy.
I think you're going to get 9 out of 10 people will call that a block.
I got a charge.
I think it's a charge, especially slow motion, and we did all of that, but I think 9 out of 10 in fast motion is going to call. Well,
He
from
didn't
that
put no
angle,
right
definitely
arm.
a charge.
He didn't put no. Show that again. There was no right arm going into the guy's shoulder. The other angle. The other angle.
All right, just let it
The other
play.
angle shows it much better.
Here's the other one.
All right, it's coming. I don't think he moved toward him.
I don't think so either. I think it should be offense, right?
Oh, I
got
see.
offense.
No, I see what Mike's point. His shoulder came forward a little bit.
Oh,
But that
come on.
shoulder,
It's not crazy, but
that shoulder is not causing the contact, in my opinion. The contact is being caused
Right.
by the dribbler.
I
That
think he's
should've been
trying to brace
offense.
himself.
I agreed, Vito.
Now, let's just say this. 9 times out of 10, Vito, I think you're probably right. I think guys will call this block. But that's why we need to watch these plays and talk about them, because it's not a block. It's
Agreed.
not. And you're really giving the offensive player a huge advantage because he just can go whichever way he wants.
Plus, he reached. It should have been C's call.
Here. Go back. Hey, Josh, run it back.
He was going to get that, but
Run it back. Start at the beginning. Here's my question. Why didn't the guy rotate? He should be. The ball's up top by you. Your lead there. Your trail there.
all right, well, let's take a look at that. So the ball,
Yeah, there's the ball here.
the ball is at the top of the key, and you've got 4 players on the other side and 4 players on that side. So I don't think we need to rotate at this particular point. Do you agree?
Not yet.
All right, so then the ball comes over here and settles a little, and it looks like he even takes a few steps. That's good. He's closing down. But
Okay.
Look at
before
his
we
head.
rotate,
He's watching the guys in the middle. Look at the ref's head in the center. The
he's
lead
watching here, absolutely, where
Yeah.
he should be watching, because the primary area, this is the center. But
Yes.
he's closing down because he knows if this ball stays over here too long, I'm going to have to rotate over. But then what happens? He drives in, and when the ball drives in for a shot, do we rotate?
No.
No.
No, we should never rotate when the ball is coming in on a shot, because everyone's going to miss it. And then you're going to have 2 centers and 2 trails and no leads, and, the whole go down the other end, and everybody missed it. So I think that was good.
You're right. He had no time to rotate.
He
So
came
Josh,
to.
do you remember what your call was going to be on that play?
I call what I always call. I call charges all the time.
Yeah.
I had I remember for sure. I totally had a charge. And when he hit a block, I always shake my head. Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah,
what we
of course.
got. But we talked about it in the locker room, and he said, yeah, I probably should have called a charge. So, again, when you make that boom, boom call, even sometimes after we call it, we know, but hey, once you make it, and you go with it.
Yep.
Christ, look at the crowd on that one up in the balcony.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, what, you don't get crowds like that in your game, Tim?
That was art.
That was me.
Pre-corona, baby.
Oh, that was art. Sorry. All right.
Oh, we don't get him. We don't get him at the freshman, the Fremd feeders.
Friend. Hey, you could still have your fem feeders this summer, because there's just enough people to have social distance.
They only come out to see Vito rough. Otherwise, we don't get a crowd.
All right, let's watch this. Let's watch this video. All right, hold on. We had a foul. It was in the paint because the kid had the ball and was kind of wrestling for it. And my partner called. We had a foul here too, but this official called a block or a reach, but a foul on the defense. All right? I'm going to play it again fast, and then the two different angles you'll see. And there's lots of arms in there. Who knows what's happening, but he's trying to get the ball, and everyone else is trying to get it.
Oh.
All right,
Shove there.
here's the center's angle.
What do you call
Here's the center's angle.
Travel.
Did you see what he did?
Pushed it away.
Pushed
Pushed.
off the arm.
one? Walking with a
He
second.
pushes this player here. He pushes him away. He's
He's
like, I got the
walking.
ball now. I'm going to make a move, and he pushes him.
And he's traveling. Look at both feet jumping, hopscotching all over.
You could probably call travel and get away with that. I was coming up with an offensive foul.
Is that what you had, Josh? You were on that game, right?
I was on that game, and I had an offensive foul on that because I had the kid clearly shoved the other kid. There's a lot of hands. He's moving around trying to keep the ball. You know, what do you call in that situation? There's not much you can do. I mean, you could call something.
Could have been two or three different things
Call
you'd have
jump
called
and
on
get
that.
away with that, too.
Double.
And you probably could have called a jump. And maybe we talked about it too. Maybe we should have had a jump or a quicker foul on the arm just to kind of calm it all down, because the more we let it play on, the more it kind of got out of control. And so my point of this is, one, again, two angles. One angle, you can hardly see the kid getting shoved. Two, the other one.
Again.
The other one, you see him get shoved pretty easily. But
Another
to
angle.
let this stuff get out of control. I'm
The
not
other
saying
angle's
call
better.
something just to stop the action, but if you see it's getting a little, I mean, the green player, you can see he's getting physical, right?
Look at his feet.
Getting
Even
physical
before he
because
shoves four, watch his feet.
All right.
Initially,
Here we
look at
go.
the one- the
Left,
kid in the
right,
white, he's
jump,
looking at the
turn.
left.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we call jump ball because he's got him tied up.
You gotta call it.
Hold on. Mike has got something to say. Mike, what did you say?
Go back to the initial when the ball comes down from the other angle.
21.
This kid's looking at the referee like, I got him tied up. Are you not going to?
Yeah, I got to jump. You're right.
The kid's looking over there like, hey.
Right there?
Yeah. He's looking.
Jump ball.
All right.
Looks like he's-
I'm not disagreeing with you. I honestly think jump ball probably should have been the call here, or traveling, because he did travel really badly. But
It's either one.
But just when the kid looks at you like it's a jump ball, right? We all know that it's not a held ball until both players have possession, and sole possession can't be obtained without undue roughness. So you got to let them have a chance to kind of yank it at it.
Yeah.
I love it when kids look at me like, why aren't you calling a jump ball? Well, the kid just took it away from you.
Josh, that was a double whistle. What'd your partner have?
My partner here had a foul on white. I don't know who. And I was going to call a foul on green, but I let my partner take it because it was in his primary here. Well, I mean, it's right down the middle, and honestly, it was one of those games where I think the green team had like 5 fouls in a row, and it was almost like they needed this one just to kind of keep the whole game under control. If they didn't get this foul, it just is going to escalate even more. And I'm not saying give them a foul to keep them happy, but this one could have gone probably any way. We still would have been better off with a held ball or a travel, I think.
Hey,
Jump ball.
Josh?
Yeah.
Can I use this exact example? Tim will remember it too. In our regional, right in that exact spot, in that exact gym, matter of fact,
Yeah.
I had a call. And Tim, remember this? The kid, it was the Main South kid got the ball in the middle there. They were going towards this angle, same angle that Green's going. And the kid actually started swinging his elbows to clear space because there was a whole bunch of Loyola players all around him right there.
Right.
I blew my whistle. Well, Tony from Main South thought I had a foul. Well, I didn't. And I said, I got a violation
You got a
for
violation,
swinging elbows and sitting down. But here's the problem that I said I should have done, and we talked about it afterwards. I should have blew my whistle, come out to the free throw line to say what we have so that everyone knew what we had. Because Tony was expecting
Yeah, he thought you had a foul.
he was expecting a foul, but I was calling. The kid didn't hit anyone, so it's just a violation because he was swinging his elbows.
No,
trying
he
to
was
clear
swinging him a
space.
lot. That was a good call.
So my thoughts are just for a learning experience in the same type of situation. Like this kid was kind of swinging and moving, trying to clear space. If there's no contact, you could blow the whistle and say, I have a violation for swinging the elbows. But I would recommend you do it come out to the free throw line so that the score table can see you, both coaches can see you, and then go administer it.
Yeah, and you need to be careful when you call violation for swinging elbows. You need to be careful that everybody knows it's a violation, because I've had a couple times where I've called it, and then, halfway through they're like, who was the foul on? There was no foul, because
What's
people
the
don't
mechanics
understand.
for the violation?
It's just a hand up and then an elbow.
Okay.
Swinging up like that. But that looks like you're calling a foul. Most coaches don't know open hand, closed fist. They don't pay attention to that.
So actually that's a mechanic, like one elbow, or do you go like this?
I didn't know that.
Oh, it's one elbow, hand up, obviously straight up,
Hand up and like
one
this?
elbow
Really?
I'm swinging motion.
That's an exact call? Jeff?
Yeah.
That's the
Really?
mechanic?
That's an official signal in the National Federation of High Schools books. They added it about 5-6 years ago.
How come it's not in any of the books that you see?
Number 29.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Vito.
Josh, you have any basket interference or goaltending?
Yeah, you want to watch some?
Absolutely.
How about some goaltending? Okay, not a great video, but this is the best that we got. And I got a video from each coach from this game, and it was both terrible. You guys ever get your videos? If you don't, you should request them. But some of these are fun because the kids recording are making comments, then they're talking to their friends, and then they make more comments. It's funny.
And they're like, oh!
They're talking about how Johnny didn't ask him out to the prom. All right, here it is again, and then I'll play it slow.
Can't see it.
That's goaltending.
Good call.
That's goaltending, right?
Her hand's in the way.
Hey, lady, put your hands down. All right, I'm going to –
Here it is.
It's coming now. Can someone here tell me there are 4 factors that all 4 of them have to happen for a call to be goaltending? Does anyone know what all 4 are of them? Number 1, it has to be on a try for a goal, right?
Right.
All right, so it has to be on a try for a goal. You can't goaltend a pass or something that the ball's up there. 2, the ball has to be above the ring.
Above the rim.
Right?
Has to have a chance to go in.
The ball has to have a chance to go in. And what's the 4th one that everybody seems to know but never talk about?
Hand on the backboard?
It has to be on a downward path.
In a downward motion.
That's right. So this one even hit the backboard, which in high school has nothing to do with it. But it's on its downward motion. I can try and do frame by frame, and then he hits it. I'll do the slow again. Totally a try for goal. It's above the ring. It's on its downward motion, and then he hits it.
Okay, I saw it.
Goaltending.
People
Who called
got
that?
to keep their hands down.
That could actually be basket interference because it's on the ring.
All right. Did you see that? It's over on this side. Watch it again.
We signaled it 3 times, so he must have got it.
I think that was a good call.
Oh, yeah.
It was on its way down. Now, again, the backboard has nothing to do with the goaltend call in high school. However, it is a good reference. If it hits the backboard, it's probably on its way down. Doesn't always mean, but that's why the NCAA adopted it, because more often than not, when the ball is hitting the backboard, it's on the way down. Don't ever say, coach, it hit the backboard. That's goaltending. Don't say that.
Well, because the guy can pin it on the backboard.
Yeah, and it could be with these players. These kids aren't as tall as the college players. They could be hitting the backboard and still going up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make one mention though. What is our lead doing?
Behind the play.
Watching the ball.
Did you see?
He's out of position.
He got beat, which is fine. I understand it was a steal, and he's now hustling down. He's getting the best angle to referee this play. I think that is also good.
You should stop right there.
But what he shouldn't do is try and call this goaltend. That's not his job, even if he saw it. And I realize, again, he's out, so maybe he has a better look there. If nobody else gets it and he's out here, fine. I'm okay, get it. But don't worry about goaltend. Trust your partners are going to get it.
Agreed.
That comes down to trust. All right. Let's see, Frank. Let's see if I can find your basket interference. Okay, no call. No call. Here comes again. Come on, man.
I hit the net.
His hand was in the net in the rim.
Did his hand go through the basket?
Right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
It looks like it. Now, again, this isn't the greatest video, so we can't see exactly. But can you put your hand through the basket and touch the ball that is not – what if the ball hasn't gotten to the basket yet?
No.
Do not do that.
It doesn't matter. You cannot put your hand through the basket.
Only if it's a Northwestern game.
Yeah, it was a Northwestern game.
Now, this official shouldn't – even if he saw it – in my opinion, should not blow his whistle, even if he saw it, because he's down here and he shouldn't be looking at it. That is not his job. This official, where is he, the lead or the center?
He's too low.
Here's the other official here. Why is he so low? When you are center, don't ever come down this far. If you've got to come down maybe to the white line, okay, maybe. But that's too far. Your lead has got all that angle there. You don't need an angle like that. You need the angle coming in this way so it's different than your lead. Remember, as officials, it's all about angles.
But I think there might have been a rotation because if you look on this full speed, the guy on this side, he actually kind of takes a look back. Watch.
But
It
look,
looked like I thought I saw him like look
okay,
back to see.
but this looks like they're in a right rotation. But maybe you're maybe.
Just watch him look back. Oh, I thought I saw him look back. Maybe
No, it looks like the official said, I got beat. I better stop and make sure I can officiate this play, which is excellent.
Well, he should have stopped out farther out. He should have stopped right there.
Yeah, he should have stopped earlier, but I think
right there. That's where he should-
come on, we have all run down before thinking we can beat the play and then go, oh, crap.
Not anymore, we don't.
Well, Tim, you're beat every time now.
Hey, I'll race you up and down the floor anytime, Schroeder.
Especially after 2 beers.
All right, let's try this one here. This one's got some annotation to it. No whistle on this play. Let's watch it again, and then I'll play it slow. No whistle on the play.
All right.
They're calling it good basket.
Coach
And
of the blue in the bottom didn't
see
like
the coach was upset.
Oh. Center missed the foul.
Here's the ball.
Yeah, on the rim.
There's the ring.
He
Like his
touches it.
graphics.
He hit it in.
Yeah.
And you know what? Only 1% of the ball has to be in the ring. 1% has to be in the ring. And if you touch it, that's basket interference. So it's not a, well, it was coming out, or, well, the whole ball wasn't in. Doesn't matter. If only 1% of that ball is inside the ring, you're not supposed to touch it. That's about
1.3.
No, I think 80% and 90% of that ball was in.
That's way.
Look at that.
That's
Most of that ball is inside the ring. All right, let's do another one.
Oh,
By the way, I just want to tell you, I talked to the guys or some of the guys on that game, and they said, can you look at this because I think we missed it. So they knew they missed it, but you got to go with it. You got to go with it.
That's good.
Now, he calls a basket interference, and this coach is like, what the? Just like the other coach when they didn't call one was like, what the? Let's watch it fast again, and then we'll slow it down.
Did he lower his back?
It's out of the cylinder.
I don't.
Bad call. Bad call.
I don't see anything.
It's a
What?
bad call.
He's over the guy's back right there.
The
isn't he?
ball is below the ring, and it's not even in. So if it's below, it's not even in the ring.
That's not. That's nothing there.
That was nothing.
Showboat call.
That should have been. That's called. And again, I'm not taking away from these guys. They did a great job in this game. When you're not used to seeing basket interference, as most high school officials are not, it's probably one of the weaker parts of my game because we don't see it very often. So when we do, we are like, and then kind of knee jerk and either call it or don't call it. So we have to get better at that as a conglomerate of officials. All right. Anyone else want to see anything or specific? Did we have backcourt violation on this? Watch it again. Was this a backcourt violation?
Looks like he's straddling.
He's got both feet over,
But not the ball.
but the ball never came over.
Looks like the ball went under his shoulder, his elbow, his arm too.
So when you are dribbling the ball,
That'd be both
you have to have both feet and the ball come into the front court entirely. Right?
Yes.
If you're holding the ball and straddling the line, do you need to get all 3 points over?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. If you are holding the ball,
Holding.
as soon as you pick up your foot from the back court,
Yeah, then you.
even if it doesn't come over, you are in the front court because you're holding the ball. The reason they have an exception for the dribbling the ball is because it's very hard to control your feet and the ball while you're dribbling. So make sure they all come over. All right. Is this a carry?
Oh yes.
I'm going to play it fast again because nobody said anything when they watched it fast unless it was choppy.
It's choppy.
Yeah, that's a travel.
He took probably 3
Travel
steps
first
before
before
he
he
put
carried
the
it.
ball down.
Oh, he put the ball.
One,
down. He carried it.
2, 3.
You could call it travel.
Yeah, he
Travel or
carried
a carry, but in my opinion, you could pass on that because no advantage was gained whatsoever. But at the same time, you can't do that, right? That's pretty black and white for me. If you're going to take 3 steps, 2.5 steps before you put the ball down, I'm calling a violation.
Yeah, you can't take a pass on that.
Well, he took initial one dribble.
Yeah, he took a
It
dribble.
looks like he dribbled there.
Did he dribble right there?
Dribbled right there. Watch.
All right, so that's a dribble.
Dribble with the left hand.
All right, so he carried the ball.
Carried the ball.
Or you could still call it travel. But my point is he ended up here and passed the ball out here. Although I guess the advantage is this guy was wide open because they were crashing on him who was driving to the lane. So, yeah, you got to call that.
Yeah, what if the guy makes a 3?
Well, then it's 3 points, Tim, not 2.
No, but then you missed the ball. You gained an advantage, Mr. Schroeder.
All right, here's some that we don't ever see videos of. All right, so we have a lane violation, and subs are coming in. And I'm going to show you the lane violation again close, but
Number 2.
do you see it?
There he is.
So you got to make sure, first of all, your subs don't come in. If you are the one calling it and you know you've got a lane violation, make sure nobody comes in right away. Use your voice. Be loud. Showboat if you have to, because if they come in and then you got to sort it all out and you got to take them out and you got to bring the new guy back in, and it's a mess. Now, my question is, are you going to call this or pass on this? He came in with the foot and quickly came back thinking, oh, crap, right?
It's a violation.
You got to call.
It's a violation. I agree. And a lot of guys will say, well, no harm, no foul. But you know what? These kids are high school varsity players. They know they're not supposed to do it.
Right.
If you don't call it and the coach doesn't see it but sees it in the video, the next day, he's going to say, why didn't you call it?
Yeah, that's the trail's call.
Or what happens if a violation happens on the other side and you call it? Now the coach will say, wait, you called his but not mine.
Right. Exactly.
Josh, that's the trail's call, though, too.
The trail can get it, but that's primarily the center. The center is watching.
Shooter.
I don't even, to be honest, I don't even remember, because the center's watching the shooter and those two players, and I think he's got all of this here. But the trail can call that too, yeah.
No, that's his call. He's got everything outside the circle. The trail.
Now you're going to make me put up a little snippet to show you what the coverage is on free throws.
Yeah, I will, because I think that's a trail call. Everything outside the circle.
All right, I'm going to check it. It's not fresh in my mind.
Well, we can make a bet about it, like me.
I believe you. I believe you. All right, let's do another one. Hold on, let's do this one.
Gosh, isn't the problem there also though that he's backed up across the half court line? He's kind of taken himself out of the play because that's what they tell us to do.
Who's taking himself out of the play?
The trail.
Oh, so which is why you're saying he didn't call it?
He may not have had a great angle on it because they tell us, don't get up there until the second one. So now he's all the way behind the half court line.
Let's look at this real quick, although this is a bad example because he's over here. But normally on that first shot, we stand up here, right?
Right.
And technically by National Federation rules, that's incorrect. I don't know if you all are aware of that. But in Illinois, in the IHSA, they want us over here. And why is that?
Stay away from the table.
Coaches.
Because usually if you're standing over here, you're just going to get into trouble like this official is now. The coach wants to ask him something. If he asks you, you can go over there. I'm not saying don't talk to him. But if they're going to be angry and upset, you're just inviting trouble. So stay over here and let the coach actually ask you to come over if he wants to talk to you. So to that point, if you're over here, you're right. You may not have as good an angle as the center who's looking right in at the shooter. He can see if people step over the line. This guy may not see something right in front of him step over. I think to Tim's point, the trail can call it and the center can call it. You can both call that.
Josh, when you called that last play, was that a one-on-one situation or the second shot? It probably wasn't the first shot of a two-shot foul, was it?
No, I think it was the first of a two-shot.
You're kidding me. What the heck is that kid doing?
Well, did you see he kind of stepped in and went, oh, no.
Yeah, well, maybe he was going to try to come and switch with one of his.
Right, he just wasn't thinking. I get that. Kids do things, but, I don't let my kids get away with stuff when they're not supposed to do it. They make a mistake. That's how you learn. All right.
You beat them enough, Josh. They start to learn.
That's
why they're all sleeping in a tent tonight.
With their father that's been drinking.
All right. Now, did you guys see this lane violation?
Yeah. 35.
No. Yep. Watch 35 here. He's good. Oh, wait.
No, they closed.
My point is, when we handed the ball in, he was in his space.
Right.
So we didn't miss it, but then as soon as he didn't, he stepped over into the other guy's space. And that's illegal. Did he get a huge advantage by it? No. But it's illegal. You're not supposed to step in his space. So the official saw it and called it. That's a delayed lane violation, right? If the ball goes in, then it's nothing. But
that's a good call.
Don't be afraid, because these are calls guys don't kind of shy away from, because nobody calls them. They don't happen much, and they don't usually get you much accolades from the coach. But if it's there, it's there. Call it. Like Vito said, if you get one on the other end, but you missed the one on the other end, now you've got a problem. That's what they're going to get upset about.
Same kid got the rebound too.
Yeah, see? So look at that. Total advantage. All right, let's do one more, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Did you see that? Watch it again in the lane. Here it is slow. He goes up for a shot, loses the ball, and then comes back down with a dribble. Is that a double dribble or is that legal?
Looked like it was touched by 4.
Legal.
Or it hit him and slapped him in the wrist.
Legal.
If 4 touched the ball even slightly, that is what caused the ball to come loose, right? Well, that's what we're going to say. 4 knocked it loose out of his hand. So if that's the case, then he can get it and dribble again. So that's legal. If 4 doesn't hit the ball and he just loses the ball and it drops to the ground,
Nothing.
it's
He can
still
catch it.
no. He can regain control.
But he can't dribble.
Right? He can regain control, but what does he do? He dribbled it down. He dribbled it down. That's a dribble. Do you not agree that that's a dribble?
Yeah,
Dribble.
He did a motion in the downward, pushing the ball down. He dribbled the ball a second time. So if that ball wasn't hit, that's a double dribble.
Right.
If it comes loose and falls to the ground, he can grab it again, but he doesn't get to dribble again. So I can't tell in this video what exactly happened, but
Okay, Josh, wait,
yeah.
what about, you said he can't dribble again. Why? If the kid swats it out of his hand, you deem that it was
Knocked out of his
knocked
hand.
out of his hands, he could grab it or dribble it.
correct. If 4 knocked it out of his hands,
He can do
it is,
anything.
it is a legal play, and he can do whatever he wants once he regains control. If 4 does not knock it out of his hands, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
then it's a double dribble.
And I
That's
think
right.
Mike is right. I think 4 knocked it out of his hands, but I can't quite tell in this video, so I don't really know for a fact. So I'm just saying, if he did actually lose it,
Then he hit
Ball
it. The
changes
kid
direction.
knocked it out.
The
Or
ball
hit it.
changed direction
Or hit
with
it.
the spin
Touched
on
the
the ball.
looks like 4 hit him on the hand and didn't hit the ball, though.
Hands
Well,
part
hand
of the
is
ball.
part of the ball. What are you talking about?
Come on.
All right, so we understand that concept.
Coach, the hands part of the ball, coach.
Last, last one.
Oh, double dribble.
Official called a double dribble. What does he do?
Oh, yeah.
That's double dribble.
That is a double dribble.
That's a
And
good
most
call.
most people will ignore that because it's kind of it's loose and he's regaining control. And if he dribbled it with one hand and then did it with the other, there
That's a good call. There's a dribble.
he gained,
Oh,
he
yeah.
gained an advantage by that. He is a left-handed player.
That's
He's
good.
gaining
There's
control
dribble.
by his right hand, and he's now going to his left to take a dribble.
That's a great call.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, guys, and have a good Memorial Day.
Yeah, thanks, Josh.
Stay safe.
Be safe, guys. Be safe.
Enjoy those
Yeah.
s'mores.
All right.
Thanks.
Take care, guys.
Thanks,
Be
Josh.
safe.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody. Thanks.
Good job.